I'm very excited to tell you about a valuable tool helping airmen understand senior non-commissioned officer promotion in our United States Air Force. Whether you're beginning your first enlistment or you're a career airman, this video will help to prepare you to meet every opportunity head-on. Promotions are an important and visible aspect of managing our enlisted force. For the past 40 years, our enlisted promotion system has served us well. Its primary purpose is to identify airmen who have demonstrated the potential to serve in the next higher grade. This is a difficult task. Our Air Force has many outstanding airmen who are ready for increased responsibility. In the ranks of Staff Sergeant through Master Sergeant, the factors in the weighted airman promotion system remain the same. For the promotion to Senior Master Sergeant and Chief Master Sergeant, another factor is added. To ensure only the best are selected, we convene a board consisting of senior Air Force officers and senior non-commissioned officers with a broad range of leadership and functional expertise. These individuals are charged with evaluating an individual's performance and their potential for increased leadership roles in our United States Air Force. This video captures that process and provides the basis for an individual to develop expectations about their opportunities for career progression. As you watch the video, please keep in mind that there is no magic formula that ensures promotion. Enlisted promotions are based on an evaluation of the whole person. No single factor, experience, achievement, or endorsement on a performance report is the sole basis for a favorable board score. Our Air Force is large, dynamic, and very diverse when it comes to training, education, and experiences. To capture that diversity, the board reviews performance reports that covers a 10-year window. This enables the board to identify individuals for sustained superior performance who are ready for the next leadership challenge. The Air Force offers you many opportunities to grow in your technical and leadership skills. As you take those opportunities, stay focused on improving your performance. The experience, achievements, and developments that you will gain ensure you will be prepared to meet the evaluation board in the future. Keep in mind, completion of the Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Academy and a Community College of the Air Force degree are required to receive Senior Rater endorsement. I hope you will glean new insights from this video, and I wish you much success in your quest to excel as a senior enlisted leader in our United States Air Force.
This is the Selection Board Secretariat of the Air Force Personnel Center. If you're in the grades of Master Sergeant or Senior Master Sergeant, part of your next promotion will be determined in this room. Understanding the Central Evaluation Board process can provide valuable insight into the enlisted promotion system. 2 times each year, evaluation boards convene here to consider individuals for promotion to Senior Master Sergeant and Chief Master Sergeant, considering over 20,000 records annually. Evaluation boards are an extremely serious and important task because every time a board convenes, someone's career is affected. The evaluation board accounts for 57% of your total possible promotion score. One of the most critical aspects of the evaluation board process is board member selection. This is not a random process. The number of eligible personnel identified by MAJCOM and AFSC determines the number and career field backgrounds of the board members. Members are requested who mirror as nearly as possible the eligible population in 4 basic characteristics: MAJCOM, career field, race, ethnicity, and gender. For example, if 30% of the eligibles are from ACC, then approximately 30% of the board members would be from ACC. Career areas are broken into 4 categories: mission support, operations, maintenance, and medical. The largest AFSCs within each career area garner a board member. For example, first sergeants comprise a large portion of the overall support career area, so a board member with a first sergeant AFSC is requested for the board. This procedure ensures a very broad base of knowledge, experience, and expertise is provided to the board, and also affords the fair and equitable treatment of all eligibles meeting the board. The board president is always a general officer and is charged with overseeing the conduct of the board. Board members are divided into panels, each consisting of 1 colonel and 2 chief master sergeants, ensuring our senior leaders are making these critical decisions. For example, a typical mission support panel on the Senior Master Sergeant Evaluation Board will have one Mission Support Group Commander and two Mission Support Chief Enlisted Managers. Likewise, an Operations panel would consist of an Operations Group Commander and two Operations Chief Enlisted Managers. Senior Master Sergeant boards are typically composed of 8 mission support panels, 3 maintenance panels, 2 operations panels, and 1 medical panel to complete the task of evaluating the records. Because the number of eligibles is smaller for the Chief Master Sergeant boards, they are usually composed of 4 mission support panels, 2 maintenance panels, 1 operations panel, and 1 medical panel. Once the board is convened, board members are thoroughly prepared to evaluate and score the records through an in-depth briefing, ensuring they understand the task they are to perform. Many topics are covered, such as the number of AFSCs and records each panel will score, the procedures of reviewing and scoring records, the contents of the Senior NCO selection record, and how the entire Senior NCO promotion system is conducted. The board president, acting on behalf of the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, instructs them through a formal charge to disregard any MAJCOM affiliation or special interest and to work with one intent, to align the senior NCOs into an order of merit by AFSC. Following this instruction, board members take an oath to perform their duties without prejudice or partiality.
I solemnly swear that I will.
Without prejudice or partiality.
Without prejudice.
After the oath, a trial run exercise is conducted, where board members score records from a previous board which are ineligible for the current board. This allows board members to be comfortable with scoring records and helps them establish a consistent evaluation standard before actual scoring of the eligibles' records begins.
The Selection Board Secretariat spends a great deal of time briefing the board members on all aspects of the evaluation process. In addition to the detailed briefings, they conduct a trial run exercise where board members are given a sample of group records to independently score by secret ballot with no discussions, mirroring procedures during the scoring of live records. After all scoring is completed, board members participate in the trial run exercise debrief to discuss the sample records and the scores. The goal of the trial run exercise is to familiarize all board members with the records, present situations they might face during the live scoring, provide ample opportunity to ask questions, and to establish their individual, consistent standard of scoring.
Once the board members understand the process and indicate their readiness to proceed, they begin scoring live records. There are no established time limits for board members to review a record. The board stays in session until all records are given fair and equitable consideration. Senior NCO selection records are grouped together by AFSC and distributed to their designated panel. Records from one AFSC are not divided among panels. The same panel will score all records for a particular AFSC. Once a panel begins scoring an AFSC, they will continue scoring all records and resolve all splits before moving to score records in another AFSC. The Senior NCO selection record consists of information used to evaluate promotion potential. On the left side of the record, board members will find all citations or orders for all approved decorations for an eligible's entire career. In addition, the left-hand side of the record contains any Article 15 action, should a decision be made to place it in the record. The right-hand side of the record contains the enlisted performance reports, which consists of a 10-year look-back from the promotion eligibility cutoff date. There are also some loose documents contained in the record. In all cases, the one loose document filed in the record is the Senior NCO Evaluation Brief. This is a computer-generated, single-page document, which contains the same information as the Data Verification Record, which an eligible Senior NCO receives about 90 days prior to the board. Another loose document that may be found in the record is a missing document request. Before the board convenes, a thorough review of the records is done to ensure all information is available to the board. Should a piece of information, such as a decoration, be missing from the record, a notification is made to the members servicing military personnel section in an attempt to retrieve the decoration's citation or order. A missing document request is filed in the record as a signal to the board members that the document is authorized to be in the record. The board evaluates the contents of the selection record using the whole person concept. This concept, which has been in use for a number of years, is composed of factors determined by the Chief of Staff of the Air Force to be the most important in the identification of a senior NCO's potential for promotion. The primary factor is performance. Other factors include professional competence, leadership, job responsibility, breadth of experience, specific achievements, and education. These elements are evaluated by board members to determine potential for advancement. Promotion is not a reward for past and faithful service. Rather, it is an advancement to a higher grade based on performance and future potential. Once a board member determines the relative potential of a record, he or she must award it a numerical rating using the scoring scale, which ranges from a minimum of 6 points to a maximum of 10 points, using half-point increments, with 7.5 representing an average senior NCO. An individual's record may receive a panel composite score, that is, the sum of 3 board members from a minimum of 18 to a maximum of 30 points. All scoring is completed independently by secret ballot and without the benefit of discussion. After all panel members have completed scoring for a particular AFSC, the ballots are checked to identify a difference in score between board members of more than 1 point for each record. Differences of this kind are called splits and are brought back to the panel for resolution. During this split resolution process, all board members are allowed to discuss information contained within the record with the board recorder present. While all may discuss the record, only the board members involved in the split are allowed to change their scores.
The board process has numerous built-in safeguards to ensure a board member cannot personally influence the outcome of the board. Perhaps one of the best safeguards is a split resolution technique. This process, which has been successfully tested over time, ensures consistency of scoring and serves as an accountability measure of each board member. Time and time again, senior leaders serving on boards praise the system's integrity and the fair and equitable consideration given to members meeting the board.
The formal charge and governing directives requires board members to evaluate senior NCO records on both a best qualified and fully qualified basis. If the board determines an individual is not fully qualified for promotion, or NFQ, based on an evaluation of the record, the person is rendered NFQ for the current promotion cycle. When this occurs, the AFPC Enlisted Promotions Office removes the individual from promotion consideration and deactivates the promotion record. Prior to closing out an AFSC, the board president has a responsibility to ensure fair and equitable consideration for all individuals.
As board president, my most important responsibility is to ensure the Chief of Staff's formal charge is adhered to by the board. As a non-voting member of the board, I monitor the board's progress and review records from all panels to ensure the NCOs meeting the board receive fair and equitable treatment. Working directly for the Chief of Staff while in session, I'm charged with the overall accountability for the conduct of the board.
Once all scoring is complete and the board president is satisfied the board complied with the Chief of Staff's formal charge, a relative order of merit is produced for the AFSC and is provided to the Enlisted Promotions Office.
We have a great process established in deriving the final orders of merit for each AFSC. Having all 3 board members score the records for an entire AFSC maintains a consistency and accountability in the scoring. One of the frequent questions I get when speaking about our great system is why the differences from year to year in board scores. It's simple. Each year, a new group of colonels and chiefs are called upon to serve as board members. Each comes with their own scoring standard, so it's not uncommon for board scores to vary from year to year. Also, a new group of first-time eligibles enter the pool with outstanding records, and those who have previously met the board have added achievements to their records. Comparing your relative standing rather than your board score from year to year will provide you with the most accurate feedback. It's also important to keep in mind that board members do not have access to the weighted factor scores of individuals competing for promotion. The primary charge is to align the eligible senior NCO into a relative order of merit using the best qualified and fully qualified method of scoring. When board members return to their home station, they do not know who was selected, but they do know that they have reviewed and scored each record fairly and equitably.
Upon board completion, members sign and certify the board report, indicating their compliance with all governing directives. Their signature certifies they carefully reviewed the record of each senior NCO submitted to the board. They scored the records by secret ballot and aligned each member in an order of merit by AFSC.
The evaluation board process is extremely thorough and fair. I am very satisfied with the many safeguards that are in place to ensure every eligible senior NCO receives a comprehensive evaluation. The entire personnel community goes to great lengths to ensure that records are complete, as well as ensuring the board members who are called to serve are prepared to accomplish the awesome responsibility of selecting the future senior NCO leaders of our great Air Force.
The conclusion of the board only completes the first of a two-part process. There is still a lot of work to do to determine who will be promoted to the grade of Senior Master Sergeant or Chief Master Sergeant. After the board adjourns, the board secretariat forwards the composite board scores ranging from 18 to 30 points to the Enlisted Promotions Office, where the scores are multiplied by a factor of 15, resulting in a total board score ranging anywhere from 270 to 450 points. This score is then combined with the weighted factors to create a total score. The weighted factors consist of enlisted performance reports covering the last 5 years, up to a maximum of 10 EPRs, decoration points, time and grade and time and service credit, and the test results from the United States Air Force Supervisory Examination. Once the total points are calculated, an overall order of merit list within each AFSC is generated, against which each AFSC quota is applied, with each AFSC receiving at least one promotion to the next higher grade. Everyone at or above the cut line is selected for promotion.
What a tremendous opportunity it was to witness firsthand the fairness, thoroughness of the evaluation board process. It became very clear how important it is for every senior NCO to review their records prior to the board. Although the board secretariat goes to great lengths to ensure the record is complete, it's ultimately our responsibility as senior NCOs to ensure our record is accurate, so the board members have the most complete record available to review.
No later than 120 days prior to the evaluation board, each eligible senior NCO can view their data verification RIP. It contains the same information provided to board members for their evaluation. Eligible senior NCOs can request permissive TDY to review their record. They may also contact the AFPC Records Review section and request a copy of their record be emailed or faxed, or ask for a review to be conducted over the phone prior to the board. If there are inaccuracies with the data verification RIP or the selection folder, contact your military personnel section as soon as possible. Remember, your senior NCO selection record, used in the evaluation board process, represents 57% of your total promotion points.
It was very rewarding to be a part of the evaluation board process. I was impressed to see the many safeguards in place to ensure all records meeting the board were given due consideration. The selection board secretariat spent a tremendous amount of time and effort ensuring board members had the information they needed to make fair and equitable decisions. The board members took their responsibility very seriously by carefully reviewing each record. It really is a great process we have, and I look forward to sharing the experience and lessons learned with those back at my home station.
Tried and true, having withstood the test of time, the Air Force prides itself in its fair and equitable promotion process. Although not every senior NCO will be promoted due to its competitive nature and mandated end strengths, in the end, the Air Force promotion system promotes the best qualified and fully qualified senior NCOs based on the quality of their records and their weighted factors, recognizing their potential for advancement to the next higher grade.